Hi friends, welcome back to Python Programming with Akash. We are continuing with Python fundamentals and we will be starting with the next type of tokens in this video, which are the literals. So what are literals? They are often referred to as the constant values and they are the data items that have a fixed value. Python allows us to have several kinds of literals. The first one is the string literals, followed by numeric literals, boolean literals, special literal none, and literal collections. So what are string literals? The text enclosed in quotes, be it the single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes, that text forms a string literal in Python. For example, A enclosed in single quotes, ABC enclosed in single quotes, ABC enclosed in double quotes. These are all string literals in Python. So unlike many other languages, both single character enclosed in quotes such as A enclosed in double quotes or X enclosed in single quotes, or multiple characters enclosed in quotes such as ABC in double quotes or XYZ in single quotes. These are treated as string literals. So following are some valid string literals in Python. You can see that there are some examples given. Astha written in single quotes, Rizwan written in double quotes, hello world, two words separated by a space in single quotes, Amy's in double quotes, 129845 in double quotes, 1-x-0-w-25 in single quotes, 112 FBD-291 in double quotes. So Python allows us to have certain non-graphic characters in string values. Non-graphic characters are those characters that cannot be typed directly from the keyboard. No character is typed when these keys are pressed, only some action takes place. That's what these non-graphic characters are. So for example, backspace, tabs, carriage returns, etc. So whenever we press a backspace, we only see an action taking place and no character is typed. So these are the non-graphic characters. These non-graphic characters can be represented by using escape sequences. And an escape sequence is represented by a backslash, which is followed by one or more characters. So here we have a table which gives the escape sequences. So in the first column we have the escape sequence, and in the second the actual meaning of the non-graphic character. So first one is backslash, and the escape sequence for that would be a backslash followed by the backslash. So in the second one we have a single quote for which the escape sequence exists as a backslash followed by a single double quotes. The escape sequence for the double quote would be a backslash followed by a double quotes. Similarly, you can see that there are a lot of non-graphic characters mentioned in this table, and all these characters are specified after a backslash. Some of these characters might be new to you, and with the passage of programming you will learn about them more. So in the last table we saw some sequences representing a backslash, single quotes and double quotes. Though these characters can be typed from the keyboard, but when used without escape sequence they carry a special meaning and have a special purpose. However, if we want to type them as it is, then we need to use the escape sequences. So escape sequence represents a single character and hence consumes 1 byte in ASCII representations. So in memory it would take 1 byte. String types in Python. Basically Python allows us to have two string types. The first one is the single line strings and the second one is the multi-line strings. So single line strings, these are the basic strings. The strings that we create by enclosing the text in single quotation marks or double quotation marks are known as single line strings, and they must terminate to one line. So we'll see how they work in Python. I already have a file opened here in Python, the interactive mode, and we'll check for the single line strings here. Here I am trying to assign a string which exists in multiple lines to a, so here we are getting an error. Why we are getting an error? We are getting the error because it is expecting the closure of the single quotes or the double quotes by which we would have started our string. So we had started our string with a single quote, so it's expecting a single quote at the end of the line to complete our string, but we haven't supplied that, therefore it is giving us an error. This was because we have to terminate it in a single line. It cannot span multiple lines. The second type of strings, the multi-line strings. So sometimes we need to store some text which spreads across multiple lines as one single string. So for that, Python offers us multi-line strings. Multi-line strings can be created in two ways. The first one is by adding a backslash at the end of a normal single quote or double quote strings. So we'll see this in Python once again. Now I've added a backslash at the end of the first line without closing the quote. I'll put an enter here, and this time we did not get an error because we had put a backslash at the end of the first line. So here we did not get an error. Even though we have written our string in two lines which we have separated by a backslash, the text would be considered to be continuous. That is, when we display it, it would be displayed as a continuous text. So I'm trying to display it now, it would be displayed as a continuous text. You can see it like this. So the other way of creating multi-line strings is by typing the text in triple quotation marks. Here we will not be required to use any backslash. So again we'll check this in Python. I am using triple single quotation marks this time. We can also use triple double quotation marks. Now my string spans a total of 4 lines, which I've started with triple single quotation marks and closed with triple single quotation marks. So it is not giving me an error. I'll try to see the output once. So when I tried to show the value of the string 1 directly, then it included /n between the words. Why? Because /n represents an enter. And when I tried to print the same string using the print function, then it showed all these lines of my string in different lines. I hope that you were able to learn about the string literals from this video. We will continue with the next type of literals, which are the numeric literals. But before that, we will be covering another topic, which is the size of the strings, from the next video. If you like the content, do give a like to this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.